Join me as I delve into the chilling world of the killer shoes fetish and uncover the truth behind this disturbing true crime phenomenon. Did you know that there are individuals with a fetish for killer shoes? It's a staggering thought, but it's a reality that we're about to explore. Welcome to the bizarre world of shoe fetishes, where a seemingly harmless object becomes a symbol of desire and arousal. But there's a dark twist, a subset of individuals who seek out shoes that are not only dangerous but deadly. These are known as killer shoes, a term that refers to shoes which have been involved in or are capable of causing fatal accidents. It's a phenomenon that raises serious. The concept of fetishism is complex, but at its core, it's about deriving pleasure from an inanimate object. Killer shoes take this to a new level by adding an element of danger. The thrill isn't just in the shoes themselves, but in their potential to cause harm, or the fact that they have caused harm in the past. This raises concerns about the individual's safety and the safety of those around them. Should we punish those who seek out killer shoes, or should we try to understand the underlying psychological drives that fuel this behavior? The ethical dilemma deepens when we consider the legal aspect. Is it fair to criminalize someone for having a fetish, even if it's extreme? Or should we focus on preventing harm rather than punishing desires? These are difficult questions, and there are no easy answers. The legal system is already struggling to keep up with the nuances of fetishism, and the introduction of killer shoes adds a whole new layer of complexity. It's a challenge that requires a deep understanding of human psychology, as well as a willingness to confront the darker aspects of human nature. Fetishism is often misunderstood, and it's easy to dismiss it as a quirk or a kink. But the reality is that it can have serious consequences, not just for the individual, but for those around them. And when we're dealing with killer shoes, the stakes are higher than ever. At its core, fetishism is about the relationship between the individual and the object of their desire. But what happens when that object becomes a symbol of power, control, and even death? It's a twisted dynamic that can have devastating consequences. The psychology behind fetishism is complex and multifaceted. It's shaped by a range of factors, including upbringing, cultural norms, and personal experiences. But one thing is clear: it's a deeply ingrained phenomenon that requires a nuanced approach. One of the most fascinating aspects of fetishism is its ability to manifest in unusual and unexpected ways. From shoes to fabrics to even certain smells, the range of fetishes is vast and varied. But when we're dealing with killer shoes, we're entering uncharted territory. Daniel's case. Let's take the case of Daniel, a 32-year-old man who lived an apparently normal life in a small town. Daniel was known for his reserved nature and seemingly ordinary lifestyle. But behind this quiet facade, there was a disturbing secret. Daniel was obsessed with killer shoes. Daniel was arrested after police discovered a collection of deadly shoes in his apartment. At first, it seemed like a bizarre misunderstanding, but as the investigation deepened, it became clear that Daniel had a fetish for shoes involved in fatal accidents. It was a disturbing pattern of behavior that raised more questions than answers. Daniel's collection included shoes that had been worn by people during fatal car accidents, shoes that had left indelible marks in criminal history, and even some that had been modified to be more dangerous. These shoes were carefully catalogued and preserved, almost like trophies. During interrogation, Daniel revealed that he was attracted not just to the shoes themselves, but to the stories of death and destruction surrounding them. For him, each pair of shoes told a story of tragedy and loss, a macabre memento mori that fueled his excitement. The discovery left investigators and psychologists baffled, forcing them to confront a form of fetishism they had never encountered before: psychological and social implications. Daniel's case is just one example of how the killer shoes phenomenon can take a deadly turn. It's a sobering reminder of the dangers of extreme fetishes and the need for awareness and understanding. But there are also other stories, other lives caught up in this twisted dynamic. The psychology behind the killer shoes fetish is complex and rooted in a range of factors. Some experts suggest it might stem from traumatic experiences in childhood, while others believe it results from cultural and media influences. In an era where violence and danger are often glorified, it's not surprising that some might develop distorted attractions to objects associated with death. As we delve deeper into the world of the killer shoes fetish, one thing becomes clear. It's a complex and multifaceted phenomenon that requires a nuanced approach. It's not just about punishing desires or labeling them as deviant. It's about understanding the underlying drives that fuel this behavior. The dangers of extreme fetishes like the killer shoes phenomenon are very real, and it's essential that we take them seriously. It's a wake-up call to all of us to be more aware, more understanding, and more compassionate. Thanks for watching, and if you have any thoughts on this shocking topic, please share them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more true crime content, and let's explore the darker side of human nature together. This journey into the world of killer shoes shows us how intricate and dark the human psyche can be, but it also offers us an opportunity to grow in understanding and compassion toward the complex facets of the human mind.